Okay, so I'm gonna work on this section now. I don't know if y'all know. I mean, if you're not new here, you know I'm a lazy natural. But if you are, I'm a lazy natural. Welcome back, friends. Or if you're new here, just welcome. It is Lauren the Soap Witch, and I'm getting ready to style my hair after about 45 minutes of technical difficulty. Okay, it wasn't 45 minutes, but it was technical difficulty. Things break, things happen, but we keep it moving. Okay, so I'm using Slick Sorcery today to style my hair. I already have my leave-in stuff, but considering that it took me way too long to try to get situated, I might have to re-wet my hair, don't know. I have a water bottle for that just in case. Here it is, okay. Let's see what we're doing here. First of all, why is this stuck on my glasses? Okay. I mean, this still feels pretty wet. I'm gonna fix my parts. I don't know why I keep doing this every week. Girl, I didn't even used to care. I should go back to not caring. Okay, but for real. So I'm gonna put this side back on. And I'm gonna split this sort of in half-ish, kinda. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this section now. I don't know if y'all know. I mean, if you're not new here, you know I'm a lazy natural. But if you are, I'm a lazy natural. So I usually do really big sections like this whole section. It's gonna be styled at one time. And I am gonna add a teeny bit more water. I say a teeny bit, that's always a lie. Since I have hard water, I always fill this water bottle up with the filtered water from my shower. I don't know how much I want to use. I'm gonna start with that much. Rub it in between my hands. Emulsify it, as some of them say. This help it spread along my hair strands better. You know? Yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm just gonna start applying up here at the roots and pressing it into the length of my hair. And I like to make sure I've got the product thoroughly incorporated before I add any more. I like to do a rake and press, if you will, to make sure that the product just gets thoroughly incorporated. The pressing, I feel like, helps get the product more thoroughly incorporated into the hair. And the raking may do that as well, but I really like to do the raking to help just separate and comb the curls a little better. I should have cut my fingernails because they are snagging something fierce. In my last video, I talked about how I was kind of tweaking this gel because when I first made it, it was thicker. And then later on, it wasn't. What had happened was when I was going to make a batch, this was a while ago, I inadvertently altered the recipe. And I was like, well, maybe I'll leave it. Maybe I'll like it that way. And I thought I did. I liked the texture of it, but I did not like how it seemed to not be a strong hold as it originally was. I don't know why I thought it was to begin with. I'm not sure what happened. Sometimes life just be lifing and I be along for the ride confused. Okay. Anyway, this is pretty slippery. It's got slip. That's what slippery means. And so I don't have any problems raking this through my hair, getting it through all the other stuff. I know a lot of people. Did I cut myself off? Did I finish what I was saying? Well, long story short, I thought it was better, it wasn't better. So I'm just I'm getting it into a place that I feel like it's in between where I like the texture better, but also back to that strong hold that I was liking to begin with when I first made it, I don't know, a year and a half ago. But anywho, now going back to what I was saying, a lot of people like to detangle. They use some kind of tool, brush, dimming brush, whatever. I don't really do that. My hair for me is typically detangled enough from my detangling session in the shower that I don't do any extra detangling, at least not with a comb or a tool. Because I feel like tools can be overused. So we're good, and I think that looks good, and I think we're gonna move on to the next section. Tools can be overused and have a potential to cause breakage And I don't want to do that. I especially got this tip from high porosity people that I watch, because I am high porosity, of just adding product to soaking wet hair. Some people, that doesn't work for them. They like to add their product on damp hair. Do what's best for you. But anyway, the overusage of tools is what I was talking about. And I don't know if that's just wanting sleek, hair, or what it gives. But for me, it takes product off, too much product off, when I am like detangling after I put my product in. My hair doesn't seem to care for that very much. I tried the, what's that? The bounce curl brush, that's what it is. And because I didn't see a whole lot of type 4 people use the brush, I've seen like a handful now. And so I did try that. I tried it at least twice. I'll pop at least one video here somewhere, so you can check it out if you want to see. And so the results weren't bad, but I just think I don't know why y'all have seen it in action. I've kind of demonstrated, but styling in really small sections, I don't know why, but that doesn't give me good results. My hair does not seem to care for that. There was one point when I was styling my hair just one whole half at a time. Like there was a time where I wouldn't have separated this. I just would have done the whole thing. And it still turned out good. So I don't know if it's just user error, probably user error. Because I just got so used to doing it the lazy way and found out that I could get away with that. That I'm just maybe not adding enough product or not doing the right technique. I don't know. But all I know is when I style my hair in bigger sections, it tends to look better. With the bounce curl brush, you really do have to do very small sections, especially when I get up to the front here. My hair don't care for that. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more. Yeah, the small sections, it's just not. I've tried it. I'm repeating myself now, but all I'm saying is, I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to just leave it alone. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Leave it alone. Okay, what I'm gonna do for this side. This one often ends up being a smaller section, but I don't really care. Spray a little bit of water. I would have been ready to go had I not had technical difficulties, but what I'm trying to tell you is the tripod that usually I use in here, okay, whatever. It got knocked over and was kind of on its last leg anyway, because I've been using that one for a really long time. And so the piece that keeps the phone steady broke. So it wasn't gonna work for me, And so I have a whole bunch of other tripods just kind of sitting around the house, because depending on what I'm doing, I may decide to record. I'm 9 times out of 10, I record. So I have like a couple downstairs, some in the kitchen, some in the living room that used to be in the kitchen. Anyway, so when you're just like in a hurry, of course you can't find anything. And so I was kind of in a hurry because I really do need to style my hair when it's like soft and wet. I was trying not to let it dry too much. Me being high porosity, that takes no time. That's what was happening. First world problems. I realized that. Okay, I realized that. Which is why I wasn't super upset about it to begin with. I was a little frustrated. Anywho. So, but the show must go on, and I'm gonna record this wash day. And I like to. The biggest reason, I mean, obviously, I need to have content if I'm gonna have a channel. And right now, the hair is the only content I'm posting. There is gonna be more though, I promise. But also, I really like just making sure that I'm recording my wash days, because it's my hair journey. And I like to be able to look back on it and see what I came from, how my hair has come along, how it's grown. I always feel like I end up putting more product on this side than that side. I probably did. Yeah, I like to make sure that I still get to record. Make sure I press record because I can't be trusted. Last week I was just jabbering away and talking to the host. I thought I pressed record didn't. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like to miss recording if I can help it because I like to see the progress that I'm making. Or if I somehow lose progress, I can go back and see what had happened, at what point in life that was, what was I going through. Stress has a lot to do with it. Your hair health and also your diet, vitamins, all that stuff. Anywho, I got off on a tangent and that's gonna happen again. Almost done with the styling. I'm gonna sit up under the dryer in a couple of weeks. Like the very first wash day in September, I am going to be giving myself a silk press because it is time for a trim. And no, you do not have to give yourself a silk press to trim your hair. I just like to. Every now and then, I just still like to have a nice little silk press. It's not every now and then, it's twice a year. It's every 6 months. We're done. You like how I say we include y'all like y'all did something? You sat there and watching. That's good enough. Appreciate you. So let's see the full finished wet results. That's it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna sit under the hooded dryer because I'm too lazy to diffuse it, and I'm gonna sit up under there for probably 30 minutes, and then depending on how long it takes my hair to dry, hopefully I'll be back today because last week I came back on like day 2. You saw the final results. That's all that matters. Okay, y'all. At least it ain't day 2. Let me get a full 360 of the final result first. Okay. Okay, so I'm good with it. I'm pretty satisfied with these results. It's looking pretty good, defined, all those nice things. I've been kind of liking the way my shrinkage is looking, so I just been leaving it. My only issue is that sometimes the ends come out looking real stupid. Now you already know, or if you don't, you're gonna find out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I did use leave-in products in the wash day portion. It's a whole separate video. I'll put it here if you want to see what I did. And those were in the Rose Maple Zest fragrance because the new fragrances are not test fragrances anymore. They're live. And my gel, and this was full when I started. I should have showed y'all. It was very full, like up to the top full. So I got a whole bunch more uses. I might do some slick facts or something to help me get through it anyway. This gel is also in the Rose Maple Zest. It is definitely my favorite of all the new fragrances. Still really loving the Tropical Fantasy. I don't know if it's bumped it off the list of favorite, but it's up there. They might be up there together. And I'm not even a floral person. I think I might have stated that before, but just the combination of those three to get the maple, the roses, the lemon, they do something together. Anyway, if you don't like the fruitiness of Tropical Fantasy or the floral mix of Rose Maple Zest, I also offer all of the hair products in the line in Apple Aroma, Strawberry Patchouli, Lemon Pound Cake, Lavender Peppermint, Spearmint Eucalyptus. Oh yeah, and then the new fragrances, Vanilla Dreams and Amber Luxury. There we go. I'm like, I know I missed some. If you just don't want no fragrance at all, I offer unscented as well. Got everything covered. And then I linked the Slick Sorcery Strong Hold Gel in the description below if you want to check that out and see what that's all about. I also offer a digital hair care journal planner. It's both. And it's just a handy dandy tool for if you like to experiment like me and want to have notes about what worked or didn't work. Or if you just want to start a new hair journey and have a place to track all of your things, or if you want to take your current hair journey to the next level. So if there is a good resource, I've got that link below if you want to check that out as well. So that's going to be all for this one, friends. And if you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and all my bumblings and nonsense for getting my hair done. If you like what you saw, got anything from it, including just entertainment, please consider subscribing to my channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I hope you have a great rest of the day or evening. I'm going to enjoy the rest of mine, and I will see you in the next one, friends. Bye.